Dubai duty-free Irish Derby.
Ten runners lined up. Then off in the Dubai duty-free Irish Derby of 2025 over a mile and a half, and pushing the pace. Our serious contender and thrice, attended by Dan right with them. At the end of a furlong and a half is LAMBOURN, who's followed by Tennessee Stud and Lazy Griff, and Green Impact next. They're followed by Pride of Addis as they race directly across from the stands. Pride of Addis being followed by the Grey Puppet Master, and at the back is Shackleton. As LAMBOURN has picked it up on the outside of Dan, being followed by Tennessee Stud. Shuffled back on the inside, serious contender in the white cap, followed by Green Impact. Thrice has lost ground, and they're followed by Lazy Griff and Puppet Master and Pride of Addis and Shackleton. Well stacked up, racing towards the far point of the track with just over 7 furlongs to go. LAMBOURN and Ryan Moore on the outside of Dan, and Richard Kingscote being followed uphill by Tennessee Stud and Dylan Brown McMonigal. On the inside, a serious contender and Gavin Ryan. That quartet tracked by Green Impact and Shane Foley. After them is Thrice and Declan McDonough. Lazy Griff next, William Bluick, and on the inside is Puppet Master and Wayne Lordan as they pass halfway. Shackleton under Ronan Whelan, last but one, and knocked back to the end is Pride of Addis and Russell Ryan. Passing the 5, they're on the downhill, and it's Dan just edging it from LAMBOURN, building up a 2.5 lead over serious contender, nudged along on the inside of Tennessee Stud as they pass the 4. Thrice next with Green Impact, and then Puppet Master, Lazy Griff, Pride of Addis and Shackleton as they're racing round the home turn. Nothing between Dan and LAMBOURN, ridden along, one out from the rail, being followed by serious contender who runs round them as they straighten. 2.5 furlongs to go. Tennessee Stud relegated to 4th, and then Thrice, Puppet Master, Green Impact, Pride of Addis, Shackleton and Lazy Griff. Racing inside the final furlong and a half, and LAMBOURN wrestles back a slender advantage from on the inside. Dan, a big race by serious contender on the outside, out in front of the remainder, and LAMBOURN is digging down deep on the inside. LAMBOURN from serious contender. LAMBOURN becomes a dual Derby winner of the Dubai duty-free Irish from serious contender. What a run by that one. Flying home on the outside was Lazy Griff.
LAMBOURN then is the 20th horse to complete the Epsom Derby double, but my word, he's won ugly today. It was very, very hard work from the turn into the straight, but to his credit, the horse didn't shirk the issue, and at 13-8 on, he's managed to stave off a serious challenge from his stable companion, serious contender, down the home straight. Serious contender who was beaten in a handicap at Royal Ascot by Merchant. Very well regarded horse, in fairness, Merchant. But Don, your initial reaction to LAMBOURN's win?
Yeah, he's had to dig deep, Gary. With serious contender coming on the outside, it did look like he probably headed him, and LAMBOURN fought back really strongly on the far side and just got the better of him deep inside the final furlong. The two of them had it between them from a long way out. Lazy Griff has done well, stayed on as well as he did to just get up, I think, for 3rd place in the end, but we pick it up here. Dan ran a big race for a long way. He was right up there with LAMBOURN for much of the race. Here LAMBOURN takes it up, and he's immediately challenged by serious contender, who's running here 11 days after he ran such a big race in the King George handicap, beaten by Merchant in the end, William Haggis's horse. And here he's ranged up alongside LAMBOURN. He's probably headed him, but LAMBOURN's dug really deep on the far side, and it's a race again in which, Gary, the prominent racers have dominated in the end. It's very difficult for the hold-up horses to get into the race from the back.
Yes, Dan just losing out on minor honours close home. He looked as though he could have LAMBOURN in big trouble turning into the home straight. He matched strides, obviously, with the Epsom hero for much of the journey. And in the end, the order from Epsom has translated, Don. It's the exact same. They finished in the exact same order.
They did, yeah, they did. With serious contender getting in there among them. And like, you have to hand it to LAMBOURN, Gary. As you said, winning ugly, it's part of winning. And it didn't look likely. He was under a ride before some of his some of his rivals who were just in behind him at the top of the home straight. But he's found lots. He's dug deep. He did the same at Epsom. He dug deep. He went away from his rivals at Epsom. Here he's had to see off his much lesser fancy stable companion, Serious Contender, who, was beaten in the handicap at Royal Ascot off a mark of 92, and he's run a massive race. He's got a mark in the low hundreds now, but he was a big price here, but he's run a big race from stall 1 under Gavin Ryan, gave him a super ride, gave him every chance to go and win his race, but in the end, Lambourn just proved to be the stronger.
I'm sure the Highclere syndicate owners of Merchant will have a nice warm glow watching that, bearing in mind that he was the one that turned over Serious Contender at Ascot. Huge run from the second. And as you mentioned on